How did I get here? How did I get here? Many of us have asked ourselves that question. How did I get here? We look around and realize we are not where we had planned to be. We are not in the space that we had envisioned ourselves to be. Well, in this video, I'm going to share my heart, and we're going to talk about and deal with the question of how did I get here? We watch people talk about the success, how they achieved this and how they achieved that. Well, I'm going to come from a different perspective. We're going to look out another window in this video. So stay tuned if you want to hear more. Hi, I'm LA and welcome again to my YouTube channel. Today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about how did I get here? As I mentioned in the preview, there were, we see on all of the platforms, all the social media platforms, people stating how they achieved 1,000 followers, how they achieved $100,000 in 30 days. If you would like to know how to grow your company in 21 weeks, click here. And so they're letting you know what? How did they get to where they are? How did they achieve the success that they have? Well, I want to look at a different window because there are many people, I will say many of us, who have not achieved certain things in our life that we desire. And so we look around during our days and our weeks and we say, how did I get here? How did I get here? We'll say, you know, those of us who have built companies and spent years and years grinding it out, trying to build a successful company, yet they look up and see themselves bankrupt. Or yet they look up and see they have gone from 100 employees to now down to maybe 10 or 15 employees. They have gone backwards from what they saw. And of course, people call me the puzzle lady. And so taking a puzzle picture, and I'll take my Frozen girls. If you want to know about this, you can watch the previous video about where I talk about the puzzle pieces and the Frozen ladies. But many of us have started, we had a picture of what we thought our life was going to look like. We had a picture of what our dream was going to look like and where we were going to go and what space we were going to be in. Yet we find ourselves not looking at that picture any longer, but we find ourselves seeing the pieces. We see the pieces of it. And what we're seeing is the opposite of this. We don't see this, we see these. And so we get a little depressed. And so the space that we end up in is, we'll say this. So the first thing is when you look at how did you get here, you must identify where you are. You know, let's just speak about where you are. So are you in a space of depression? We're just going to talk real. Are you in a state of depression? Are you in a state of anxiety? What space do you find yourself in right now? Have you looked up and now you used to have life in you? You used to be happy and used to smile and used to enjoy being around people and going places. And now you don't want to go around anyone. You don't want to go anywhere. You know, have you found yourself in a place of no longer being confident? I watched an interview with someone. They were interviewing this gentleman. He was a musician, and he was talking musician, and he was stating how he had went from being the most confident person everyone knew to no confidence. And so I ask you today, you know, when you ask yourself, how did I get here? First of all, identify where you are. Are you in a place of depression? Are you in a place of no longer being confident? Are you in a place of no longer wanting to achieve the dreams and the things that you had planned to achieve? Identify where you are. How did I get here? Well, first, identify where you are. Second, when we deal with the question of how did I get here, what happens is once we identify where we are, we begin to respond from that place. We end up responding from that place. So when you're confident, you respond from a confident place. So your response is, yes, I'm going to make that phone call. I need to call these 10 people and see if I'm going to, if they would like to be my clients for the next 6 months. When you respond from a fearless place, yes, I'm going to go and I'm going to ask them if they need another speaker because I am going to make myself available for that conference. But when you are in a space of no longer confident, or you're in a space of depression, or you're in a space of worry, or fear, if we're going to deal with it, fear. If you're in a space of fear, then you respond when you wonder how you got there, how we got there, because we're taking this journey together. I want to tag that in. It's not me saying to you, it's us talking together. It's me sharing with you, but us walking through this journey together. When we ask ourselves, how did we get there? How did we get in this space of fear? And then I'm responding now from that fear. So the second point is now I'm responding from that place that I'm in. So I won't make any phone calls to anyone asking them, can I be a part of their panel? I won't call the university to see when I can apply for the School of Medicine, because now my response is from my place of fear. I'm in a place of fear and I'm responding from that. And so we don't want to do that. So that's why it's important to know where you are so that you can fix that. But I don't want to jump ahead because I believe that this is going to be a series. So this, going back, the first thing when we deal with the question of how did I get here? How did you get where? Where are you? So if you have a few minutes, write down, you can go back and look at this video later and replay it. I guess it's a good time to say, hey, like it, share it, and subscribe to the station. But anyway, when you identify where you are, write that down. Where are you? I seem like I'm in a place of anxiety. I seem like I'm in a place of worry. I'm in a place of fear. Okay, and now look at how you're responding. Your response will show you, oh yeah, I responded. I didn't make that phone call. I didn't return the phone call. I didn't go to the event. I didn't put myself out there. Why? Because you're responding from your place, and your place is fear. When we look at it, how did I get here? Because I identified myself with fear. I'm in fear. How did I get here? Because I begin to respond from that place of fear. And so how did I get here? Because you made a decision. We made a decision to rest in that place. I'm going to use the example of fear. You're resting there. You've built a home in fear. And so now not only are you responding from there, but now you're resting in it. I'll use this as an example. Let's take makeup. Let's take a makeup artist. So if someone is a makeup artist, when they first identified themselves as a makeup artist, what they saw was, oh, I can do makeup. Yes, I can beat, as they say, I can beat your face. I know how to do eyeshadows and eyebrows and lipsticks. I know my colors. They had confidence. But when they begin to identify something happened, something broke in them, they experienced something or whatever the situation is. So now they're afraid. So now their response used to be, oh yes, I'll do your makeup. Now if a bride comes to them and says, hey, I'm getting married and I would love for you to do my makeup, their response will be, oh, you know what? No. Why? Because something happened. I'm gonna go back a little bit because I want to use this example. I heard someone speak a couple days ago, and they were talking about how they had kind of experienced this, and they had begun to pay attention. They had given so much energy to the negative things that the people in the front, as they put it, the people in the front row, these 3 pennies, as they said, were giving negative comments about what they were saying and how they were saying it and all of this, that they gave so much energy to it that they forgot that the people in the second row were encouraging them and supporting them. And so that's what happens, is that we begin to give so much energy to the negative. Yes, there are going to be people who don't like you. There are going to be people who do not support you. There are going to be people who do not encourage you. There are going to be people who are waiting for you to hit your face on the ground and fail completely. It is what it is. They're going to be waiting for you to fail. We've identified that. But our response must be, there's going to be people who are going to be encouraging you. There's going to be some people who are going to be supporting you. There are going to be a group of people who are going to be cheering you on until you get across that finish line, until you become successful in what your picture, what you share with them, what your vision is. And so, yes, there's going to be this group, but there's also going to be this group. And so our response must be towards this group. But what we have found out and realized is that there is a group of people, there are a group of us who have found ourselves responding to the first group. And so our response must be to the second group. And so I'm giving you so much because I'm just so full from this. But anyway, going back to my third point is don't rest there. And resting there is not only are you going back to the makeup lady, not only do you go from, okay, I'm afraid to do it. And now your response is, no, I'm not going to be able to do your makeup. Now you're resting there. Now anybody hey, will you come do my makeup for my prom? No, I won't be able to do that. Well, could you come do my makeup? I have to go speak at this event. No, I can't. Why? Because somebody told you, or somebody made a statement and said, I really don't like how you do the eyeshadows. I really don't like how you line lips. And so you held on to that. And so now your response to everything is because that person said they don't like how you do eyeshadow. Your response to all of the people who want to push you towards your makeup line. I don't know who this is for because I'm resting in makeup. But everybody who's saying, hey, come do my makeup. Hey, come do this show. Hey, come be a vendor and show your makeup. Everyone who's encouraging you and pushing you towards that, you are not hearing it. You're not seeing it. And you're not walking in it. Because why? Because you're resting and responding from a place of fear from the 3 pennies, as this speaker said, who said something negative. And so I really want to encourage you in this video, and I'm encouraging myself, as you can see, I'm really passionate about this. I'm encouraging us today to respond to the second row, as the speaker said, not the first row. That maybe your first row is going to be all the naysayers. Hear me when I say it's going to be people, like I said before, who are waiting for you to have your face on the ground and fall flat. They're waiting for you to be not successful. They're waiting for you to not get a client. They're waiting for you to not get one speaking engagement. They're waiting for you to get the letter from the university that says you can't come. Denied. They're waiting for you to not get into the service. They're waiting for you to not be successful. Yes, they are. Yes, we've identified it. Yes, they are. They're waiting. But guess what? There's a group of people that are waiting for you to do exactly what you visioned, what you envisioned, what you saw, what you said when you were confident. So go back to that space, and don't sit and identify with a space of fear or worry or anxiety or depression, but identify with confidence, with a surety. And then respond from that place of confidence and a surety. And then rest in that place of confidence and a surety. I'm so excited that you tuned in today. And I look forward to us talking more about this. And we're going to dissect these puzzle pieces. And we're going to peel it apart and peel it back. Because I have so much to share about a puzzle. Hear me when I say I have so much to share about a puzzle. I'm telling you, so you don't want to miss any of the videos. And as always, if you were encouraged in any way or any of this hit you, and like I said, go back and write the steps down, write where you identify, write how you're responding, write where you're resting, and then we can go, and as the series goes on, we can go and deal with these areas. Okay, so again, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. And if you received anything of it, like it and write down below, comment below, and share with me your thoughts about where you identify and how you have been responding, and where you find yourself resting, and things that have paralyzed you from doing what you have in your heart to do. So until next time, remember, you have everything you need that pertains to you being, doing, and fulfilling the assignment that rests on your life. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.